Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for this episode of the Bullet Points this morning, we are going to simply ask one question. And that question is, what the heck was that? So Lindsey Graham, I'm sure you guys are aware, little rhino tendencies there, but he's been involved in the gun control negotiations between Democrats and Republicans. Well, after Biden's speech on Thursday, you know that one where he did the litany, the laundry list of all the extreme gun control, basically directly from Moms Demand Action in every town for gun safety? Yeah, that one. Well, Lindsey Graham put out a tweet that has people on the gun rights side very concerned, but then he follows up with subsequent tweets which completely contradict it. What's going on? We're going to walk you through that. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below, and make sure that you guys are subscribed and that bell is on and you guys are getting these notifications, because the time to fight for our gun rights is right now. We're starting to see a direction and it is time to activate. So get those phones ready, call your reps, call your senators, and you've got to be diligent on this, people. I don't send out the alarm of get on the phones a lot. This is one of those times. All right, so I'm going to show you what's going on with Lindsey Graham, because like I said, there's conflicting information. Please, just to reiterate, phone calls, senators, House reps, subscription. Let's get it. All right. So here's the quote that has everyone up in a tizzy. Lindsey Graham, this is 2 days ago. Well, actually Thursday. I stand ready to vote on all the proposals mentioned by President Biden tonight and encourage the Democratic leader to bring them forward for votes. Oh, skirt. Okay, well, in that little litany of lists, like I said, you're talking AR bans, MAG bans, red flag laws, repealing the PLCAA, like every wet dream list that you have from the gun control side. Why would Lindsey Graham be talking about that? Here's the next tweet. This is where it gets interesting. I also stand ready to work across the aisle to find common ground, something that was absent from President Biden's address to the nation. So he throws a little jab in there. So that's very weird, because if you only read that tweet and you are a little concerned about your gun rights, I get it. But there's got to be something else going on. For example, look at the next 4 tweets that he sends out 12 hours later. We have hundreds of thousands of well-trained former military members who could bring a lot to the table in terms of school security. ROTC instructors with firearms training should be allowed to possess weapons to enhance school security. He's talking about hardening targets. Okay, he's got 4 tweets on this. I will be working to create a certification process that allows former military members to go through school security training and become available to school districts. Okay? It is time to mobilize our retired and former service members who are willing to help secure our schools. Our schools are soft targets. They contain our most valuable possession, our children. The future of our country must be protected. 100% agree. And then finally, he wraps it up with this. Schools should be treated like courthouses, banks, capitol buildings, etc. when it comes to security. Now, those are contradictory statements, because even Biden said, we're not hardening schools. The Democrats don't want to harden schools, which is a whole perplexing concept in itself, which we're going to address in another video. But what's going on here with Lindsey Graham and the Republicans? Well, I can tell you right now, from the tea leaves that I'm reading, from the groundwork that I'm looking at and seeing, it looks like the red flag push of some sort. Again, I'm not Nostradamus. I am not a fortune teller. But it looks like all the energy is going towards red flag laws at some form or fashion. It could end up being funding for red flag laws for state level opportunities. It could be a national red flag law bill. I don't know. But where we're at right now is to cover all of our bases. We have to call all of our senators. We have to call all of our House of Reps. I know it might be a pain. You might feel like they ignore you. Do it anyway. There are many of those that came before us that sacrificed a whole lot more than hitting a button on an iPhone and sitting in wait and burning up some phone lines or some emails. I'm just saying the time for our rights is now. But with Lindsey Graham doing this is extremely fascinating, because keep in mind, he's also partnered with Blumenthal in the Senate in those negotiations with Republicans and Democrats, where he is pursuing all the red flag law legislation. So something does not jive here. If he's pursuing his own avenue with Blumenthal, and you've got another group doing background checks, and you've got another group hardening schools in that negotiation, bipartisan conversation, why go all of a sudden out of the box to let's vote on all those proposals? Something seems like politicking is happening, but that's why we got to call and make sure our opinions are expressed politely and keep a calm and cool head, as we can stay resolute in this and we can fight for this. But I'm going to be honest, it's going to take all of us doing this. That's what I've got for you. That's what's going on with Lindsey Graham. I can't read it perfectly because there's, like I said, contradictory statements here. But that's what I've got for you this morning. Make sure you are tuned in, you are subscribed, that bell is on so we get the newest information to you as soon as possible. And I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. Braden, signing out.